Oh hey, it's Sabrina. So today I am doing the totally should have book tag, or the totally should have book tag. I had a really hard time coming up with answers for a lot of these. I feel like there are so many good answers that people mention in their videos that I couldn't use because I haven't read the book. So anyway, let's just go ahead and get started. Question number one, name a book that totally should have gotten a sequel. And for me, I'm gonna say Eleanor and Park by Rainbow Rowell. I really actually did enjoy the ending, but I wouldn't mind reading another book talking about what happened next. If there wasn't a sequel, like, I'd still be okay with it, but if there was, I think I'd be even happier. So Eleanor and Park, so good. I really loved it, and I wouldn't mind reading another book about it. Question number two, totally should have a spin-off series. And for me, that is the series of Unfortunate Events. There are so many books in that series, I think there's 13. But if there was like a trilogy spin-off or anything, I would totally read it because it's definitely one of my favorite childhood book series ever. And anything by Lemony Snicket or Daniel Handler, I would just die for. So yes. Question number three, an author who totally should write more books, and for me that is I think it's Sabaa Tahir. Sabaa Tahir, the one who wrote An Ember in the Ashes. Ember in the Ashes is the only book that she's written, so if she keeps going and writes more, I would be so happy. I really enjoyed An Ember in the Ashes, and I think that she as an author has so much potential. Number four, a character who totally should have ended up with someone else, and this one might get a lot of hate, or there might be a lot of controversy, but I've said this from the beginning, from day one, since the books came out. I think Bella should have ended up with Jacob and not Edward. I'm sorry, but everyone just like loved Edward, and there was just something about him that I couldn't, like, I didn't get the appeal. So Jacob, I liked in the books better, and then once I saw them on screen, I mean, he's so much more attractive in my opinion than Robert Pattinson. Okay, coming in at number five, question five, totally should have ended differently. And for me, that is Allegiant. Divergent is one of my favorite dystopian worlds of all time. I love Divergent so much, but I was so pissed off with Allegiant. I'm not going to talk about spoilers. If you haven't read it, go read it. I'm not going to say what happens, but the ending pissed me off so much. I was so close to throwing the book, and I almost never do that. So, question number six, a book that totally should have a movie franchise. And for me, I picked The Infernal Devices. I feel like The Mortal Instruments was a movie, and it wasn't amazing, but I didn't think it was that bad. The Infernal Devices has so much more potential. I feel like the books grab you from the beginning, and because they're so great, Cassandra Clare only needed 3 books, whereas the Mortal Instruments, there are 6 of them, and I feel like a lot of those books were not needed. So yeah, I would totally love to see Infernal Devices made into a movie. I feel like there's just not a ton to be made into a TV show, but it could still happen. Either way, I'd be happy. Question number 7, books that totally should have had a TV show. And for me, I think that should be the Lunar Chronicles. Now, I could be totally not paying attention to what's going on the internet, but whether they made it into a movie or a TV show, I'd be so happy with it. Like, the Lunar Chronicles just needs to be put on the screen, period. No matter what, it's so fantastic, and I feel like the Lunar Chronicles could be done so well. Like, just think cyborgs and all of that. Like, how can you get that wrong? I don't know. Okay, question number 8, totally should have had only one point of view, and I'm just gonna say it, one word, Allegiant. 4, hate 4. Question number 9, a book that should have a cover change, and for me, that is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. I loved We Were Liars so much. It was so good. It's one of those books that I would definitely reread. But however, the cover is just like so strange, and to me, it just doesn't do much. I feel like as a young adult or as an adult, like walking by that on the shelf, it's not super appealing. So I don't feel like I would pick it up had I not heard so many good reviews about it. So that's my answer. Question number 10, Totally should have kept the original cover. And for me, that's Me and Earl and the Dying Girl. Okay, I might be one of, I don't know if I'm the only one, but I absolutely hate it that when a book is made into a movie, that they change the covers to the movie, like, actors, and it really frustrates me. Me and Earl and the Dying Girl is such a beautiful book with like rainbow colors. I will put it up. All the books will be here. But I loved it so much, and then whenever the movie they came out, they changed it, and they do that with all the books almost, and I can't stand that. It is rare that the book cover is so bad that putting the TV cover on it is better. I mean, the TV cover is almost never better, so I am not happy about that. And needless to say, I own the not TV version. Okay, and the last question, number 11, totally should have stopped at one book. And for me, that is the Selection series by, I think it's Kira Cass. I read the whole series, and I even decided to keep going and read about her daughter, and so bad. Now, the book covers of those books are so beautiful. I actually really like them, and that's part of the reason why they stay on my shelves. But I don't ever see myself reading the Selection. However, I do, if I ever have daughters, I think that they would enjoy them as like 15 and 16-year-olds. I read the Selection series last year, so I feel like that's a big part of the reason why I didn't like it, is because I'm an adult and I feel like it's so teeny that I probably would have really loved it if I had read it in high school. But anyway, so yeah, I feel like that whole thing did not need to be dragged out, and it could have been an amazing standalone book. So those are my answers to the totally should have book tag. If you've done this, let me know down below so I can check out your video. If you aren't subscribed to my channel, I would love it if you did subscribe. And of course, I will be filming another video very, very soon, and thanks for watching.